Ah, he landed on me. The fucking spider just fell out of the sky.
Hello guys, my name is TheRussianBadger, and I just got my own server. So this gentleman by the name of TheChosenToaster asked me if I wanted a server for free. I was like, yes, I'll take a free server that I don't have to pay any money for. That sounds awesome. So if you would like to join me on it, you can either go to this... Okay, you go to the server browser and there's like a little search bar. You can type in TheRussianBadger, or you can type in my the full server name, which is TheRussianBadger's M16 only MLG tryhard fun server. I don't know if you think that name is appropriate or not, but you can do those two things, or I'll even leave a link in the description if you guys want to do that too. There's the two-piece. Guess who the biscuit is? The biscuit's the TheRussianBadger. That's so convenient. And you guys all come into the server with the goofiest names. Like, you know, the TheRussianBadger, I've heard... Also in this gameplay is the Dutch catfish. There's some sort of German wombat out there that's friend requested me. Like, you guys just come in with the goofiest names. This guy gets it right in the face. And, okay, check out this maneuver right here. There's like a little door frame where the Amtrak is on the other side. Okay, the first time doesn't do anything. I got that, gentleman, but don't get it the first time, threading the needle. But the second time, triple kill. Easy mode. Because you know what the thing is? I think that was one of those instances of, you know, where a lot of people will just spam rockets, like it'll be javelins and smalls and everything at a tank, and you think it's going to be down, but it might have like 5% health left, and you just happen to last hit it and get like a triple or a quad. And I know some people are kind of awful like that. Like, oh, okay, that's not nice. You know, where some guy just waits around, and that support not going to flank me, bro, not with thermal vision. It's pretty hard to miss somebody with thermal vision, but you know what? When you fire that many smalls and that many javelins, I'm going to go down eventually. Despite the fact that guy was a zombie. Oh, look, he's come back from the dead. Okay. But, okay, I didn't notice this. I didn't notice until recently how just colossal... I don't get how the javelin does that much damage. It does so much damage. It just, like, punches a gigantic hole into your tank. You know, I don't remember exactly from Mythbusters a while ago. And the TheRussianBadger, yet again, not gonna like climb out on top here. There can only be one badger, and I don't think you're it. So I wanted to say that I think I've seen on a Mythbusters a while ago whether or not the javelin does more damage or less damage, or the same amount of damage with the Soflum. I believe it does more damage, but the javelin in general, like Soflumed or not, does so much damage. Like, oftentimes I'll even just be disabled from one javelin. That's it. That's all it takes is one javelin, and oh look, my tank is bursting into flames and I can't even drive it anymore because everything's on fire and I'm getting extremely hot in here. Someone please find me some sort of mocha shake. That would be very, very convenient. So, also too, you'll notice at this range, you can't hit anything with a P90 because that's just not what it's done. Like, it's not designed for that, obviously. And okay, the one piece and the two piece and Count Chocula just can't handle it. Neither can TSN Nacho Cheese. Oh gosh. That guy, I don't know what his deal was, but he just happened to every single time just be in the wrong place. Just, oh look, I accidentally spawned on this guy who was already getting shot at from that guy that's bipoded 25 feet away, and I pulled out the M93R just because I was not thinking that I could get there from the P90. It's just like, you might as well just... I feel like almost just taking bullets out of my magazine when I have the P90 and just throwing them. It's like... Oh, like the guy from Napoleon Dynamite. Do you guys remember that guy? I was back in high school throwing pigskin over them mountains. Yeah, I feel exactly like that. Because you know what? The recoil and the spread and the way it jumps around is just not designed for range. I think you guys should know this because it's a PDW, but in close range, however, the dunks cannot be contained when you when you use it correctly at close range, especially the hipfire. You notice even the hipfire doesn't increase very quickly. Despite the fact that if you get suppressed, well, with any weapon this applies, but I just noticed recently, after not playing Battlefield for 2 weeks while I was on vacation, your hipfire goes to garbage once you start getting suppressed. I was like, are you even shooting in... I almost feel like I'm shooting in random directions, like I'm shooting at the sky when I'm suppressed, and that's almost what it is. And I want to discuss one more thing here. Okay, so I'd like to say that there are basically no Carls in my server for the most part. I don't want to brag, and I don't want to say it... I don't want to say it like that. Like, I don't... Hey, yo, dog, come to my server where everybody's so good you get dunked on every single minute of the day. No, I don't want to set a precedent like I'm bragging. Like, oh, my server's better than your server. Oh, meow, 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 meow. I don't want to do it. Like, don't even trip, Chocolate Chip. I'm not trying to brag about my server by any means because there's really nothing to brag about apart from it's filled with all of you guys who are really extremely good at Battlefield. But you'll notice that there's a certain caliber of player that just happens to be in the server at any given time, and usually that's not... Carl is not usually found in my server. That guy is the exception. But Blue Shock is usually the only Carl in the server. And this guy, I get dunked on from above again. And okay, look, this is the frustrating part. Wasn't he clearly around the corner? And then, okay, Flash McGee over here flashes around me. Oh god. Now I think of Flash. You know Flash? I just had dinner with 2 women at the same time. Because I'm a stud, that's all that I don't know how he teleported around me. Maybe he thinks he's Flash, but you'll definitely notice, and look at that. Okay, looking at the scoreboard, you can clearly tell there's not many... We have a serious shortage of Carls, if you understand it that way. So you'll notice that the caliber of the player that's using the game is a little bit higher, but that doesn't really mean that it's more frustrating. Okay, to a certain degree, I know that it's kind of frustrating playing against really, really good players because you die a lot and things like that, but at the same time, at least in my experience, when I was playing these first couple games, whenever I first got it, I got 1, 2, and I don't get the third one, this right here. I have players that are smart enough to pick up the assault kit of one of the guys that I killed or somebody else and revive. I don't know if it was DRT or not. I think it was... No, it happens later on too, but that's something that I definitely notice in the server is that I don't get frustrated as often because my teammates aren't completely like, why would you ever do that, Carl? And you say that out loud, like, how did you think that was a good decision? Do you even have a lower section of your brainstem? Is that connected? Like really, really bad decisions. I noticed that you can, for the most part, depend on your teammates, and that really cuts down on the frustration, if you ask me at least. But allow me to tell you, if you're going to come into the server thinking that you're going to have an easy time because your teammates are good, no. But when you come into the server, it better be like, you better tighten up your skates, Cupcake, because it's about to get heavy. So it's sometimes scary, but overall, I still really enjoy myself. I don't know. Maybe it's just playing with you guys I find more enjoyable or something, but there's some just funny antics. There's some funny things that go on in general. Now, number one, it might be a little bit hard. Okay, this is the weird dynamic of the server. Sometimes, okay, I'll tweet it out and I'll put it on Facebook that I'm playing on the server, and then it'll be like 32-man at a 32-man with a 9-man queue, and then people start messaging me, Badger, I can't even join the queue, there's so many people in it, what are you doing? Like, I'm really managing it incorrectly, and I just think a lot of people want to get in and play on the server because it's so enjoyable. But the thing is, whenever I leave a lot of the time, it just becomes empty instantly. So I know a lot of you want to treat it like an open lobby all the time, which is very, very nice, but usually if you check on Twitter and Facebook, you'll usually get in first, and you'll almost guarantee yourself a spot because that's usually where I always tell that I'm going. So if you want to get in early, most likely Twitter and Facebook is your best bet for getting in very, very early. And okay, this is another one that is just goofy, as I got the double kill over here. There was 4 of you. I can't really recall your names. I'm trying to remember. They were somewhat similar to each other, but they were like 5s, and people that make names like Leet, Silencer, Quick Scopes, and instead of, like they have 5s and O's and X's and Z's and like HD in their name, stuff like that. So 4 of those guys, they just had this squad running around after me, and they would just revive me at any point. Like, it was just their job. They were like working security. They were like my secret service. It was so cool. So these 4 guys just ran after me. 2 of them had shotguns. 2 of them had assault rifles. And so anybody ever came across me, we would just destroy them. And I died quite a bit. They would revive me every single time. And so it was really, really funny where I died like 12 times in a game, but I technically got 0 deaths. That's... Oh, God. It was so funny. I don't know why they're generous enough to do that, but like any time that 1 guy or 2 guys or 3 guys came across us 5, it was like, you walked into the wrong zone, rookie, and they just got destroyed. It was so funny to see. And Wesley snipes. Oh man, Shiro was the only guy that. And okay, you thought that guy killed me. It was actually a guy on the other roof. I had no idea that they had like designated lurk spot up there. There were a lot of them up there. But you definitely do notice a lot of assaults. Like, assaults are just abundant on a lot of these maps. And I have to say, Gulf of Oman, such a good map. Despite the fact that it's only 3 bases, I think I would like it a little bit more if it was a little bit longer. But still, I'm trying to think of the maps that I really do like now. And I think I've really burned out Metro. I mean, obviously, Metro's been around since beta. I've probably burned out. I don't like playing Damavand anymore because it's really, really linear. And you guys know, okay? You guys know the catfish tactic on Damavand. The final base, if you steal the American tank, you know, the attacking team's tank, if you just lurk around and just steal their tank, that's pretty much the end of the game. A T-90 and an Abrams in a tunnel that is that funneled, no, that's not going to end well. Like, okay. The one thing that I can say, if you're going to get your tank stolen as the Americans on Damavand, you're going to get culturally enriched real hard. Like, you're going to get culturally enriched so hard it's going to make your head spin. It's not going to be a good time at all. And I don't know why I picked the Scar L with a 3.4 times. It just takes me a while to adjust to it. I know a lot of people swear by, 3.4 times instead of, you know, the Cobra or the Red Dot or whatnot, but I don't know. I think it's something that I have to get used to. I can get better with it with a, like, for example, a 3.4 times can be better than a Red Dot or a Cobra, but it takes me a while to adjust to it. Just because, I mean, obviously everything is amplified by 3.4 times. So, oh look, my recoil is so light. Oh wait, now my recoil is multiplied by 3.4. That's a little bit more inconvenient. And still, I can't really think of a reason why I went with the Scar L instead of the AN-94. The Scar L is very good for picking off the guys that are running up directly because there's no real cover for the attacking team. I mean, other than an Amtrak, right? An Amtrak would work, the Abrams works, but there's no real cover for them unless they flank really, really hard right or they run straight to the gas station. So, for the most part, you can easily pick them off. But still, like the 600, is it 620? I believe it's 620. The AK-74M is 650. And I was just lurking here. I was like, please don't destroy my anus tank. That would be really inconvenient. So, I also like to say that it took me so long to vault. It took me so, like, to learn how to climb. And there's the double kill. Oh, I had 0% right there. And the clutch disarm. So clutch. Oh, God. So cash, so clutch. And I was thinking about reviving that guy before I went down, but I just was not really paying attention all that much. And still, you do notice that the weapon choice instantly turns into a bad decision. You know the Scar L? Yeah, it was good if you can pick them off before they get to the gas station or any other type of cover. Like, look at how many bullets it took me to get this guy, but I still eventually got him. And you see, I had a little bit of a hard time with the recoil there. There's the Dutch Catfish. That's who I was talking about. And I'm sorry, I'm getting a bit scattered here. Like, you guys know, I think, that I have a really severe form of ADD. Like, it's, okay, this is what it is. It's just like that song by Blink-182 from how long ago called What's My Age Again? And I get dunked here because I have the Scar out. You guys remember that song? That song called What's My Age Again by Blink-182, right? The moment in the song where he's having a romantic moment with a woman, she takes off his pants, and then he turns on the TV. That's the type of ADD that I would have. That's exactly what I would do. This accidentally. Just because I can't stay on top of it. You guys definitely noticed that, and I'm trying to improve it the best that I can, but I know it's really, really hard to follow. Like, okay, I was talking about the Scar L, and then I was talking about the server, then I was talking about this brick squad, you know, Taylor gang that ran around after me and revived me a bunch. Taylor gang, yeah. So, I know I get really, really sidetracked, but I'm just trying to make sense of, I don't want to talk about a topic for too long by ignoring the gameplay, and I know a lot of you want to hear more about the topic, and a lot of you want to hear more about the gameplay, but I didn't get any of these kills. Like, assist, and the pool's closed, bro. The pool is closed. Okay. I didn't mean to kill him. The pool is not actually closed, but there's no lifeguard on duty, so clearly he's not allowed to swim. And this is so annoying. When you die, when the screen goes blue and white, and you can't even see the guy that's shooting at you, that makes me a little sad. And I just quite didn't get the A-spin. I think somebody else got a lot more revives, and that's, you'll definitely notice in the server, you want the A-spin, you better be literally dunking kids super hardcore with a medic class, and you better be getting a lot of objectives, because it's very, very hard to get the A-spin, at least in the server that I have. So you also notice from the scoreboard, those guys don't look too shabby at the game. So if you'd like to join me, once again, you can type in TheRussianBadger in the server browser. Twitter and Facebook, that's probably the fastest way that you can figure it out. And just don't forget the name, okay? The Russian Badger's M16 only MLG tryhard fun server. It's almost like a tongue twister if you say it too fast, but I want to thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys next time. Auf Wiedersehen und bis bald und later.
Easy to kill.